What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm back from my mini vacation, and we're back here today to do some more new look rebuilds. Now, we're doing a team today that literally didn't change much at all. Like, they had 2 new additions. That's basically it. But the rules are the rules. I'm trying to do all 30 teams, so let's just go ahead and do the new look New Orleans Pelicans, although they're pretty much the same team. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciate it. I would love to see this channel grow to 40,000 subs before this year is over, and we're very, very close. The first step will be 39K. After that is 40,000, so hit that sub button if you have not already. But let's talk about the new additions for the New Orleans Pelicans. Get ready. The list is pretty long. Obviously, I already told you guys there's 2 new additions. Jordan Hawkins, which is a great one, by the way. Their lottery pick, of course, and they also signed Cody Zeller. So, yeah, Cody Zeller's cool and all. Sure. Welcome to the team, Cody Zeller. But the team, like I said, is the same. I mean, that's fine, though, because the Pelicans are already a really, really good team. There was interest in Scoot Henderson. Nothing came of that, of course. They were going to try to trade up potentially. It sounded like the Blazers were never going to do that. But one thing this team desperately needs is Zion Williamson to stay healthy. That's the main thing this team desperately needs, and we all are very aware of that. So if we take a look at the rotation going into year number 1, if we don't touch anything, you have CJ McCollum, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, and Zion. I'm pretty cool with that starting lineup for now. CJ McCollum is a guy I like. Obviously, I'm a Blazers fan if you didn't know. I love CJ for the time he was here. Unfortunately, in 2K, he regresses like crazy. It's just how bad he gets bad fast. So he probably won't be the starting point guard throughout the video. Let's be honest. Joe Val's the starting 5. May look to replace him, may look to resign him. We'll see. Trey Murphy, Larry Nance, Dyson Daniels, Cesar Alvarado, and Najee Marshall. Now, I am probably going to start Jordan, or I'm probably going to play Jordan Hawkins over Najee Marshall just because we have so many backup forwards as it is with Trey Murphy. And then, I mean, Larry Nance is kind of like a power forward center, depending on who you ask, but mainly plays backup 5. But I'm still going to play Hawkins over Najee Marshall. No disrespect. I just want to play Jordan Hawkins, basically, is my reasoning for that. So bench utilization, I'm going to bring this down quite a bit, and then we're going to go to like a 50. And I don't think I'm going to touch anything because if you guys weren't already aware, the Pelicans are really good in the 2K sim. So I don't feel like I need to come in here and touch anything. The only thing I may do is change the proficiency to a balanced system since we're a 4-star, and we'll change this preferred system to that. But other than that, I mean, I could look at shot tendency, of course, but I don't want to mess up what might potentially, be good in this first season. There is a chance I do stop at the deadline and make some kind of trade, but I kind of just want to see, well, I kind of want to not touch anything, but at the same time I do. It's kind of tempting. Like if there's anybody out here that's just like, I mean, overall the shot tendencies actually look pretty decent on this team, I guess. I might just leave it. I'll boost Trey Murphy up maybe a little bit, and then Herb Jones will go to like a 60 as well. That's like the only thing I'll touch though. Other than that, I'll leave that all the same. Let's go ahead, simulate year number 1, and let's go ahead and see how this Pelicans team does in year 1. I don't plan on making a trade, but if I do, I'll show you. Trae Young wins MVP in year number 1. Victor Wembanyama rookie of the year on the San Antonio Spurs. I really want to do the Spurs, but I'm kind of waiting until they maybe trim down the roster a little bit, along with the Thunder as well, if you didn't know why I haven't done them yet. 6 man goes to Chris Paul, Giannis defensive player, and Daniel Gafford most improved with 15 and 10. Quinn Snyder, 69-13, coach of the year, and Bell is your executive. So, do we get like a Zion Williamson appearance? He does sometimes make it here, I feel like. And no, I don't think Zion is on here unless if I missed him, and I don't believe I did. So, no Zion Williamson. All defense first team. Let's see if we have anybody here. Doesn't look like it. We do get Herb Jones, which is cool, making all defensive second team. But we're the first team in the West. I don't think anyone should be too surprised by that. The Pelicans, as I said, are pretty damn good in the simulation as it is. So if you take a look at the player stats, you had 21.5 from Ingram, 25.5 from Zion, 16 from CJ. If CJ could stay like an 82, 83 overall throughout the video, he'd be like the perfect point guard to have next to these two. But unfortunately, he just regresses, like I said. Trey Murphy with 14, so boosting his shot tendency up just a little bit made a huge impact. 12 and 9.5 from Joe Val. I do like Jonas Valanciunas as well. I often don't re-sign him when I do Pelicans rebuilds. We'll see if I change that today. 10 from Herb Jones, 10 from Dyson Daniels, who progresses insanely. So he's kind of like the opposite of CJ. And then Marshall 7, and then 5 from Larry Nance, and Jose Alvarado with 5, which means Jordan Hawkins did not play. So it must have fixed itself. Damn, I hate myself for that. So Hawkins was not in the rotation. That is my bad. I must have accidentally, whatever. I'm going to play Hawkins for sure next year. That's my fault. I should have double checked. But Memphis Grizzlies in round 1. John Morant, Bane, John Conchar, Jaren Jackson, Adams, Marcus Smart. Going to be a tough series. I think there is a chance we get upset here, but hopefully that is not the case. I think we should probably also go to a 9-man rotation since this is literally the playoffs. So we'll play our 9 best players. Let's simulate current round against them, and we are going to absolutely just sweep them. So they're out of our face, and now we get the Phoenix Suns. who have Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Hamdou Diallo, Durant, Aiden, Bol. So let's see if we can take care of them or not. Somebody current round, and we're going to a game 7. I was able to stop it at the game 7. So simcasting game 7 in round 2, first year. Can we come out here and get past the Suns? It's not looking good for us, but we come back in the very end, but they take it back. But we take, that was a close game, 137-139, and we punch our ticket. Herb Jones, 28 points, man. That is actually insane. We needed every single bit of that to get past the Suns. I almost said the Pelicans, but we are the Pelicans. And now we get Denver, who literally made the finals last year. I feel like we could take them down. Let's see what happens. Somebody current round, and we are going to sweep them. And just like that, year number 1, we make the NBA Finals, and we draw the Celtics. So Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Tatum Porzingis, Robert Williams. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Do we win a championship in year 1 with this Pelicans team? Game 2, 2-0 so far, so good. Do they even it up, though? Nope, 3-1. Do we beat them? Yes, we do. And just like that, in year 1, without me even doing anything, we won a championship. Is that too surprising? No, not really. It's the damn Pelicans. Zion is your Finals MVP. But of course, I'm not going to end it on that note because I haven't done anything in this video. We got LeBron James retiring, so is Chris Paul. Draft lottery. I don't think we have a lottery pick, but we might. I'm not sure. No, it doesn't look like it. So no lottery picks for us. Let's see who wins. Pacers are going to get number 1 overall pick, so they get to add more talent to that young core they already have. And then our selection is going to be the 30th overall pick, and we get the Lakers pick at pick 26. So 2 first-round picks in this draft, and Milwaukee's pick as well, which was 17. So we get 3 first, maybe another one that maybe I didn't see. We shall see. But winning a championship in year 1 and getting out of the way feels very, very good because now we can only really go from here with literally no pressure because we already won our championship. Of course, I want to keep winning. But why does 2K ask you? That's always been a pet peeve of mine, by the way. Why does 2K ask you if someone wants to be interviewed, whether or not you want to decline it or not? And I always put always decline, and it just like he still goes bye-bye. Like, I don't get it. Maybe I'm just clicking the wrong thing, or maybe I'm reading it wrong, but I don't get it. Regardless, I'm going to go get a big man coach, and I'll see you guys on draft night with the plans ahead. So I think here on draft night, we're going to try to move these picks up in the draft. So right now, we pretty much have depth at every position. So I don't feel like there's any room to add 3 rookies to this team. I just don't think it makes a ton of sense. I want Dyson Daniels to play a huge role next year along with Jordan Hawkins. I honestly want those 2 to be my guards. It's going to be like CJ. I'm not going to trade CJ. Worst case scenario, just comes off the bench. And then when he's on his last year of his deal, we can trade him then. But we just want a championship. So I don't want to like go too drastic here. But I might change my mind on that. But that's kind of my game plan right now. So I don't think I'll be bringing back Jose Alvarado. Kyra Lewis could maybe play a role as well. But Dyson Daniels, Herb Jones, Hawkins. I want to get all these guys minutes, and then CJ will be another guy that gets minutes. Brandon Ingram, Najee Marshall. So if there was one position I wouldn't mind adding something, would be a 5. Getting a really good 5 in this draft. Xavier Booker would be a great example of that. If we can add him to this team, that would be amazing right now. But we have 17, 26, and 30. I don't know what that would move me up to. And then do we have what future picks we have? We have future Bucks pick and future Bucks picks. We have 2 future Bucks picks, which could become very valuable. So we may not try to trade those, but let's see if we can move up to like pick. Let's see. So it's 17, 26, and 30. I feel like that could move me up potentially into the lottery. Maybe like pick 10. Like I feel like we can get 10 pretty comfortably for this pick. So if we tried for the Knicks pick at pick 10, which is Detroit's, they don't agree to that. So that is actually false. We cannot move up to pick 10. Let's try pick maybe 12 from the Blazers. Maybe the Blazers feel like they can add 3 rookies to this team, and they agree. So we move up to pick 12. We only moved up 5 spots, which doesn't feel anything crazy, but it's 2 late picks in the first round. Let's see how the draft's gone so far. So Buzelis, Dillingham, as long as we... Ooh, okay. So I was hoping Alex Sarr would maybe be here, but he's not. Ware is also off the board, so this may have backfired, but we can still add a good player. It doesn't matter. So like we can add Isaiah Collier. The problem is I don't really want to add another point guard to this team. That's just like the last thing we need. I could also draft Aaron Bradshaw, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 5 blocks per... I don't know if he's actually that good, but give me Aaron Bradshaw on this Pelicans team. That would be the guy. So we move up. We get a 5, which is kind of what I wanted to accomplish, and he is a 74 overall right away. He may not play immediately, but he's definitely going to be a guy we develop in the background. We also got Caleb Murphy in the second round. We'll sign him. Player options: Murphy, Alvarado, Dyson Daniels. I said he's only making $2 million, so we can't really just decline it. Qualifying offers: Kyra Lewis. One thing, we won't be bringing back Kyra Lewis. I don't think there's any point of bringing him back. There's just so many guys I want to give minutes to that it doesn't even make sense to bring him back, to be honest. Free agency: Najee Marshall's a free agent. He's another guy that I may not bring back as well. We'll see. So Alvarado, CJ, we have 3 guards I really want to play, and we have Ingram, Trey Murphy. Yeah, it's kind of a logjam at this point. And then Joe Val, of course, is a free agent, in which I would love to bring him back probably as well. So Joe Val, someone I don't often bring back, but I'm going to bring him back for this video. So we're going to go team option, and we haven't done too much to change the team, don't get me wrong. We're going to do that eventually, but I'm going to renounce Marshall and also Kyra Lewis. I think there's just no minutes for Kyra Lewis. Marshall I'll wait on. I might wait on Marshall. I might bring him back, actually. So Joe Val will bring in, and then do we need a backup for it? That is the question. Yeah, we technically do. Let's bring back Marshall. Let's bring him back. So Marshall, literally not even asking for much anyway, so we'll give him like a 3-year. He'll make, you know, $4 million each year, so that's just a pretty cheap contract. Maybe we throw it in a trade later on. So I think that's going to be all we're going to add to the team, because we have our brand new 5 who can be the backup 5 or starting 5 eventually. I'll have a mentor by Joe Val this year. Zion Trey Murphy is our power forward rotation. Ingram to Marshall, we'll figure it out there. We may have to play like Herb Jones, Daniels, Hawkins, and CJ and Alvarado. I don't know. It's going to be tough. We'll figure it out. If there's one guard that's on his way out of this team, it's eventually CJ. But let's see how a hard play progression hits him. It might have been better to trade him before this hits, but it is what it is. So CJ is down to an 80 overall, which means Daniels, did he develop yet? Dyson Daniels is up to an 81. So yeah, Dyson Daniels may start this year over CJ, which may upset CJ, and maybe we can move him at the deadline. So, oh, that was Herb Jones. I did not mean to move Herb Jones to point guard. I meant to move Daniels to point guard, which he goes down, which is fine. But Daniels, CJ, Herb Jones, Hawkins, and then bring Brandon Ingram, Marshall, Zion Trey Murphy. Yeah, we'll see at the rotation. So let's go straight into this next season. I feel like I've been very indecisive of what I want to do. There's just so many players I want to give minutes to at the guard spot. It's just tough to figure out. So we're going to figure it out once again this rotation, though, I promise. So 2025 draft class, load that real quick, and let's get straight into this next season, and let's go try to win another one. So rotation, you have Dyson Daniels, Herb Jones, Ingram, Zion, Joe Val. That's not changing. That's going to stay the same. Obviously, I think the weakest position on this team is clearly the center spot, so we may change that at the deadline. Maybe we use both Joe Val and CJ's contract, and maybe we can find a way to get Embiid on this team if they're selling. I don't know. That might be crazy, but that'd be cool. So Joe Val, Trey Murphy, CJ, Alvarado, Jordan Hawkins is getting minutes this year, and I'm going to run a 10-minute rotation. That way Larry Nance plays those back up 5 minutes. And then one thing I for sure want to do, as I said, is we're going to do those mentorship things. We should have done those with Hawkins last year, but I didn't. We're going to do it this year. So Jordan Hawkins, you can be mentored by CJ. I mean, I feel like there couldn't be a better mentor than a guy like CJ. So go like that. And then let's go with Aaron Bradshaw being mentored by Mr. Joe Val, which is going to be very nice. So Jonas Valanciunas, back down Punisher. We'll go post spin technician, and then brick wall, something like that. So that will be what we decide to do. Proficiency is going to be a 4-star balance. We won a championship last year. Let's see if we can do it again. If I do make a big trade at the deadline, I will show you guys. I'm going to try to, but I'm not going to force anything. We'll just kind of see how it looks. So I was taking a look here at the trade deadline. We're currently 26-28 on the season. I was like, okay, we're having a championship hangover. Clearly, I was taking a look at some of the options, and obviously, as I said, the position I want to upgrade is the center position. Absolutely want to upgrade the center position. And I was taking a look around the league, and I was like, man, I really want to go for like a center that I don't often get. Somebody who'd be really cool. And I was looking at all the options. Like Minnesota's, you know, full of centers. One thing I've done in the past though is I did get Cat on the Pelicans, and I remember that video very, very like strongly. And that video did not work out at all. So I do not want Cat again, because that video did, or not the video did bad. We just literally did not win a championship whatsoever once we traded for Cat. It just did not work out at all. But the guy that could be available, and he's a former New Orleans Pelican. The way he left was quite interesting. That's all, folks. You probably know who I'm talking about at this point. Yeah, the Lakers are selling, and Anthony Davis is not untouchable. So that's kind of who I want to go for. Getting AD on this team would be a game changer. I mean, Zion and AD were on the same team at one point. Obviously, it didn't last very long. They didn't play a single game together. They got traded in the same offseason together, and I hit my mic. I apologize. But I am going to try to get AD on this team. Now, will I be able to pull it off? That is probably, that's going to be tough. But I'm still going to try to pull it off. So, CJ McCollum's contract obviously has to be in the trade, 1,000%. Our Pelicans pick actually is pretty valuable. Oh, Milwaukee's pick is going to get this to go through. Milwaukee's pick is going to get this to go through. And I have some more I can offer as well. So, I don't know if I can offer them Joe Val, and I can. So, CJ, Joe Val, 2 first-round picks, And I'll even go this other Bucks pick if I have to. And we'll go another 2029 Pelicans pick. So if they don't accept this, there's probably, well, there's more we could throw in this trade. But can we get AD for this package? No, damn, I thought that was going to go through. I thought for sure that was going through. Okay, maybe we can't offer Joval. Instead, we got to offer maybe one of our young pieces. I don't want to offer anyone crazy like Marshall. He's only got 1.5 star value. Bradshaw, I just drafted him, 3-star trade value. I mean, if we're getting AD, we don't need Bradshaw necessarily. It doesn't change it anyway. So Bradshaw, okay, so that pick is very valuable, which is great. Milwaukee's pick, so that's great. Larry Nance has got 1.5. That's not going to change anything. Do I trade Hawkins as well? I would hate to do it. I don't want to trade Hawkins, but part of me is like, hey, man, we got a bunch of guards as it is right now. Hawkins is averaging 10 points and 42% shooting from 3. If we can get AD for this, I'm going to do it, man. We take Armando, and they agree. We traded Jordan Hawkins, and I feel very, very bad about it, but we got freaking Anthony Davis on the team. Are you kidding me? So Dyson Daniels, Herb Jones, Ingram, Zion, AD. That's wild. Anthony Davis is back, being a New Orleans Pelican. Love to see it. So Daniels, Herb Jones, Ingram, Zion. I already recapped that. With Trey Murphy, Joe Val still is our backup 5, Jose Alvarado, and then Larry Nance. But we're actually just going to run a 9-man rotation, and I feel very, very bad about having, well, we either need to trade Joe Val or I almost said Trey Lance. This is not football. Larry Nance. We need to trade Joe Val or Larry Nance. So both of them are on a 1-year deal. I don't know what I want, or I don't know what I expect to get from one of them, but I just want to move on from one of them. Trying to trade Larry Nance over to the Clippers for Terrence Mann. If I have to trade a second, I will. So Larry Nance and a second for Mann. They don't agree. They want Marshall to give me Brandon Boston. Marshall's not really in the rotation right now. I guess it's fine. We'll do it. So we get Terrence Mann as our brand new backup point guard, shooting guard, whatever. Actually, we'll move him to the 2. That's right. So we already have Jose Alvarado. So I felt very bad about trading Jordan Hawkins away. I'm going to be completely honest with you. But, man, I think AD is going to be the guy that I, never trade for. That's going to push us to go ahead and go back-to-back. So that's kind of why I did it. That's my justification. And we're up to a 4.5 proficiency. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season with AD joining the squad. I expect another championship. So at the end of year number 2, Garland is your MVP. Buzelis is your Rookie of the Year. You got DJ Wagner, 6-man on the Nuggets. Defensive player, Evan Mobley. Dyson Daniels, most improved, averaging 13 and 5. Not too surprised by that. Quinn Snyder, Coach of the Year for the Hawks. And here's your NBA first team. Do we get Zion? I need to pay attention this time. And yes, Zion makes an NBA third team this year, which is cool to see. All defense first team. Do we get Herb Jones again? And we do. Herb Jones makes it. Oh, and so does Anthony Davis. So AD, Herb Jones make all defensive team, and we are the third team in the Western Conference. Now, if you're a Pelicans fan watching this, give me your overall thoughts on bringing back Anthony Davis to the team, especially for the package we gave up. Do you think that was too much? Would you not do it? Because AD is 32 years old, but I was just trying to win a championship and do something different. I don't trade for AD ever, so that was fun. I still had fun doing it, even if you hated the trade, that's fine. But Vic, Jeremy Sohan, Johnson, Branham, Cole Anthony is our first matchup. Obviously, as I said, I expect to go back-to-back. Somebody come around against the Spurs, and we are going to go to Game 6. Do we have to go to a Game 7? No, we do not. We beat them in 6. And I'll get the Suns, who we literally beat last year, and I can only assume they got worse and we got better, right? So hopefully that, history, we just do it again. Somebody come around, and we are going to beat them in 6. And the Grizzlies, kind of the same thing as last year. We literally swept them, and now, they're a team that could get better. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like we're just way better. AD is going to have his way with Adams. So, do we get to the finals? And we do. We're back in the finals, and now we get the Cavs. So, here is our chance at back-to-back. We're going to go game by game. Game 1, 1-0. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, 2-1. Game 4, 3-1. And no, not yet. Okay, we are not done. We're going to a Game 7 in Cleveland. All right, we're up 3-1, and we may be the team that blew the 3-1 lead to the Cavs again. All right, W. All right, let's see. Can we not be that team? It is a somewhat close game. We take the lead. They take it back, and it's actually really close, but I think we came up short. So, yeah, the Cavs once again came back from 3-1, and we're the team that's going to be mean for the rest of our lives. All right, love it. All right, so did not work out. Trading for Anthony Davis. We got to the finals, and we were one game away from winning a championship after up 3-1. So, Love to see it. Draft lottery, I don't think it's going to matter because we traded all of our picks away. I don't regret it. I don't regret it. AD was the right move in my opinion. Now, if I could have tried to do the trade without trading away Hawkins, so I could have kept him in the video, that would have been ideal. But maybe I could have. I just would have had to, try to change things up. Tyronn Lue. Tyronn Lue is a great head coach. Bring him in. Be our brand new head coach here in New Orleans. Although, I will say, I probably should have just brought back Willie Green because we just made it to the finals 2 years in a row. But I guess it's too late. Sorry. Wait, maybe we bring him back as an assistant. I don't know. I'm gonna fill this out. There's not gonna be a whole lot of changes this offseason because literally we're just a good team already. If I can try to get one more, that's just gonna be the game plan. No picks in this draft, which is totally fine with me because we already have ourselves a full rotation. Dustin Daniels, Joe Val, Caleb Murphy. I'm gonna decline Joe Val just because I feel like he'll either be cheaper or we can get like a different center who's probably not gonna regress as much as he will. Also, Dyson Daniels is about to progress like crazy, so that should give us an advantage as well. But Brandon Boston, Trey Murphy, and Armando are all free agents. Free agency. Let's see who else we got. So Ingram, of course, is a must re-sign. Trey Murphy, Joe Val. How is Brandon Ingram a one-star proficiency match in a balanced rotation? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but okay. So like I don't get that, but whatever. All right, so we definitely need, we're gonna need pretty much everyone back, and then we'll figure out who we want to bring, well, who is gonna be our backup five, whatever. So Ingram, of course, I'm gonna resign him. So let's go ahead. I mean, I don't have to pay him that much. Obviously, we can give him like probably. He was pretty interested in literally just like this, so we'll go with that. And then so 99 interest. Alvarado, bring him back, 2-year deal, flat rate, something like that. Trey Murphy, we're gonna wait till after free agency, and then Terrence Mann, I'm bringing back as well because we brought him in for a reason. So Ingram, Alvarado, Terrence Mann, taking all of them, and then we're gonna re-sign Trey Murphy here in a second. So Trey Murphy, take care of you, and that should be a done deal. So Trey Murphy, pretty good contract, bring him back. All right, so fives, backup fives. Got Boucher, Joval, Adams, Richards, Hernan Gomez. Yeah, I feel like at this point, I'd rather have like Nick Richards to 27, who may not go down in overall as much, compared to having obviously Joval back in the team. So that's going to be what we do. So Joval, I'm not bringing you back. Sorry, I'm bringing in Nick Richards to be our backup five next year. So that's pretty much all we're going to do. We're pretty much going to run it one more year. I mean, we made the big trade for Anthony Davis already, so we're just trying to win another one. So Boston's back, and you have Destino's up to an 85. AD is only down 1. Everyone else is staying the same, which is a great sign. So we're just going to next year with the expectation of being back, potentially in the finals, being contender. Not a whole lot more to this video. We made that big trade. The Pelicans already set up pretty nicely, as we know. So let's just take a look at what we're looking at. So proficiency, this time under Tyronn Lue, we're a 4.5 balance. Maybe that's why Ingram was a 1-star, because we were a defensive system. That makes more sense. Destin Dales, Herb Jones, Ingram, Zion, AD. Trey Murphy, Terrence Mann, Alvarado, and Nick Richards, Brandon Boston. No need to run a 10-man rotation. We'll just run a 9-man rotation, and we'll go from there if I can even do this correctly. So, boom. We built the rotations. We're good. 9-man rotation. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Hopefully, we win our second championship in the video in this final season. At the end of year number 3, we reclaim our first seed in the Western Conference. We take a look at the player stats. You have 25 from Zion, 21 from AD, 20 points from Brandon Ingram, 15.5 from Dyson Daniels, 13.5 from Trey Murphy, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks per game from AD. I'm hoping we get our second championship in the video here. Should have got it last year. The Spurs did add Kyrie Irving to the team. They have Booker and Wemby in San Antonio as well. And Cole Anthony's still there with Keldon Johnson, Malachi Branham, Jeremy Sohan. Malik Monk, are we on upset watch? Yeah, we technically are, but I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm going to current round, and we are going to beat them in 6. I thought we were about to go to game 7. We get the Suns, so we beat last year, so can we do it again 3 times in a row? And we beat them in 5, but now we run into the Thunder. And as we know, the Thunder only get better as you keep going. But this team doesn't look that threatening to me, but it's still the Thunder, so I won't take anything away from them. But we're up 3-1. Do we not blow a 3-1 lead? Yes, we're back in the finals. Okay. And now we play the Pacers. So the Indiana Pacers, who beat the Hornets. Halliburton, Mathurin, Markin, and Jarris Walker, Jalen Duren. I actually like that starting 5 a lot for Indiana. They also have Buzelis as well. He unfortunately does not develop in that 24 draft class very good. Like, he doesn't develop at all, which kind of sucks. Other than that, game 1, down 1-0 to Indiana. I didn't get back to the finals just to lose to the Pacers of all teams. But 2-1. 2-2. Okay, game 5, big one here. Game 5 to potentially put ourselves in a position to win our second championship, and it's looking good. It's looking good, and I think we did it. So we win game 5. Do we win game 6? Yes, we do. And just like that, We won our second championship. Cleveland robbed us of our three-peat, unfortunately. We were one game away from three-peating, but I'm still going to end off on a good note. Trading for AD was a lot of fun. I understand if you're upset by me trading away Keontae George. I apologize. Or not Keontae George, Jordan Hawkins. Oh my gosh. I need to end the video. I'm just saying shit at this point. All right, thank you guys for watching. As always, it's Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.